used to do live events all over the world. People would fly in, people would pay $500 to $5,000 to $25,000 to come and spend a few days with me and my team, and we would educate them. This is a classic example of me building a relationship with my audience, right? I hosted over 100 plus events all over the world, and it's crazy. I mean, I had 55 team members. Heck, I even had people steal from me. One time I had like $600,000 stolen from me from my employees. I mean, I was young in my 20s. As an entrepreneur, you get paid based on the problems that you can solve. The more problems you can solve, the more money you're going to make. Right now, if you're not making the kind of money that you want, just ask yourself this question: am I solving enough problems? And then, how can you solve more problems? You're feeling maybe overwhelmed, scared, and you spend all day at the computer consuming information, and at the end of the day, there's no sales, there's no income, and there's no rich life like that you see everyone else on Instagram showing off. Well, I have some good news for you, because today I want to share with you a 3-step formula that I've used over the last decade. So now I'm 35 years old. I've been doing internet business and making money on the internet for over a decade. I actually started when I was 21. By the time I was 23 years old, in a span of 3 years, I went from absolute zero to making my first $1 million in a year. And that was $1 million profit. And I've never looked back. Before I turned 30 years old, I generated $30 million. And today's video, I want to share with you the 3-step formula that I've used over and over again to launch businesses to 7 figures and to 8 figures. And if you see here in my penthouse, these awards, for example, like these awards here behind me, this one represents over $10 million verified income by ClickFunnels. And one of the reasons why I'm even sharing this is not to brag or to boast, is to literally say, I've been there, I've done that. And if you want to make your first $1 million or $10 million, I've done it multiple times. So I think I can share with you. And so if you give me the next few minutes, you're going to learn this 3-step formula. So step 1 is creating an audience, okay? For you to sell something, you have to have people that know you, like you, trust you, and they are able to connect with you. So that way they have trust with you. And if they have trust with you, they can trust your recommendation, they can trust your education, they can trust whatever it is that you're saying. So number 1 goal in internet marketing to build a digital business in 2024 is, guess what? You have to build an audience. So there's so many different platforms. Which one do you choose? Do you choose Facebook? Do you choose LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram? What do you choose? When I was starting off over a decade ago, the platform that we chose was email marketing. Literally, people that had the big email lists made all the money. I mean, that's how I grew my email list to over 1.5 million email subscribers from all over the world. And this is where people come in, they find a page like this, and they literally just put their name and email address in, and that way you can communicate and you can build a relationship with them, right? When I got started 10 years ago, email marketing was the thing. It was the flash, it's where everyone was going. And then soon, we had Facebook and LinkedIn, and then Instagram and YouTube started growing, and there's so many other platforms right now I don't even know. But what I focus on right now is 1 to 2 platforms. And this is what's helped me a lot. Instead of chasing what everyone else is doing, should I do a podcast? Should I do YouTube? Should I do Instagram? Should I do LinkedIn? Just ask yourself, hey, how can you just focus on 1, maybe 2 platforms and spend the next 6 months, the next 12 months working on those platforms, learning every single thing that you can to essentially master and grow your audience there. So for me, let's just say in my 20s, I focused on email marketing, and I grew that to 1.5 million email subscribers, where I can send an email and hundreds of thousands of people every single day can receive my emails, right? So that was 1 platform for distribution. That's my audience channel. Now I'm in my 30s. I realized, hey, in my 20s, I made a ton of money, but I've also made a ton of mistakes. And I wish someone was around giving me the advice, where they made tens of millions of dollars and they also made mistakes. And so I thought, that's what I'm going to use my YouTube channel for. I'm going to literally document the mistakes that I've made in the past, even some of the stuff that I'm doing right now. I'm heavy into different types of online businesses, investing in different companies, doing lots of crypto stuff, a whole bunch of cool stuff that I've done, which I believe that a lot of people will be able to learn from my mistakes, right? And also learn from what I'm doing right now. And so that's number one for audience creation. You got to figure out what's the one or two platforms that you can focus on and then produce valuable content that will attract your ideal prospects to you. So a general rule of thumb is each and every single day, you must be publishing. Something I learned from one of my friends, guy called Russell Brunson. I remember him saying, you'll never go poor if you publish consistent content every day. Right, so most people, the reason why they don't get any traction, the reason why they don't have momentum in the business is really because of the fact that they are not consistent in creating content. They are not consistent in any single platform. Just look around most people that you know, whether they're trying to launch a YouTube channel, they're doing Facebook, they're doing Instagram, they're on Twitter. They probably most never ever break past 1,000 to maybe 5,000 subscribers, okay? Because they give up too quickly, they are chasing shiny objects, they don't have confidence in themselves to keep consistent at one or two traffic channels. So the reason why I'm showing this is I was just on a call yesterday. I was doing this Zoom call. So I have multiple Zoom classes that I host throughout the weeks. And this particular Zoom call, people paid as much as $50,000 for my Inner Circle Mastermind. And they get to spend, a couple of hours a week with me. I answer their questions. I give them laser-powered 8-figure coaching for them to scale their businesses. As I'm doing this, I realized there was one guy there who was saying that when he does something, he'll do it once and then he'll not carry on as if the world owes up. The world doesn't owe you anything, right? Like you have to earn every single thing out there. And so what this guy was doing, he was making a post once or twice with his offer and then boom, he'd give up. And I said, if you do this once, how do you think you're going to get any traction? You're too attached to the end outcome versus attached to creating the habits that produce daily results, core daily work. That's what you have to do. It's the most boring thing in success. Most people ain't going to talk about it, but it's really true. You have to be consistent. So if you're going to make YouTube videos like you can see here on my YouTube channel, by the way, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment on what kind of videos you'd like to see. I'm still finding my tune on what videos should I be making, what videos shouldn't I be making. So I would love your feedback. Let me know, and please make sure you subscribe so that way you can be notified on the videos. One thing I've committed myself to doing is at least 2 new uploads every single week. Now, some days, some weeks, we're going to do maybe 1 video a day. Sometimes we're going to go maybe, 4 or 5 videos a week. But whatever the case is, minimum 2 videos a week. And my goal is to get from 12,000 subscribers now to getting it to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So I'm in tune with, hey, let me get some feedback from my audience. That's number one. Let me put stuff out there so I can see what's working, what's not working. Most people are so afraid of just putting themselves out there that they don't even take the first step. Okay, here's the harsh reality. If you're like thinking, oh my gosh, people are thinking of me, people are going to say this, no one even knows who you are. So chill out, don't worry, okay? And focus on actually the end user. Focus on how can I make a video or how can I create content that's going to impact at least one person? Rather than trying to get 1,000 views or 10,000 views or 1 million views per video, release and remove the pressure from within yourself. And that way you do that is by literally looking at the camera and saying, what's the most valuable thing I can do for my audience? Like right now. Okay, so that's number one, building your audience. Start with the one traffic platform. It could be Facebook. It could be you publishing content every single day on Facebook. My personal opinion, okay, if I was starting from scratch right now, I would just focus on one traffic channel, which is going to be YouTube, and a mix of long form content on here like YouTube, and YouTube Shorts. Now you can do also TikTok. We have a TikTok channel. It's been stuck for a while. We've published so many videos. We have LinkedIn, we have Facebook. I'll actually drop all the links below. But for yourself, if you're just starting out, right, you're making less than $10,000 a month. You don't want to be doing 5 different platforms. Trust me, just focus on one, master one traffic platform. So for my personal advice would be focus on YouTube, start publishing a video for your ideal target market. Okay, that's number 1, audience. And on that being said, I have to take a quick prayer break. I'm going to pray and then I'm going to come back. It might be a little bit dark, but whatever. Just roll with it. So we covered stage 1, which is building an audience. You gotta find a group of people that you want to connect with, that you can serve. As an entrepreneur, you get paid based on the problems that you can solve. The more problems you can solve, the more money you're gonna make. The more valuable that your products and services are, and it's in the hands of the right people, the more money you're going to make. So right now, if you're not making the kind of money that you want, just ask yourself this question: am I solving enough problems? And then how can you solve more problems? So one of the easiest ways to find this is literally on Facebook groups. There's groups around your niche. Go into those groups and maybe join 5 or 10 of those groups and see what other people are talking about in those groups. You're going to quickly identify, okay, this is my ideal target market. These are the challenges and problems that they're going through. How can I create content around their needs, around their frustrations, around their desires? Okay, so that's the foundation of building an audience. Number 2, and this is where a lot of people, they get it wrong. This is where you have to build a relationship with that audience. So you're getting the people coming in, and maybe they've given you their email address. They're just in that awareness phase. So if you think about it, they're coming in, they're just getting to know you. Now most people, that's as far as they go. And then they just stop. They don't go deep. They don't understand sales, marketing, psychology, how to influence people. And so then what happens is they don't have the ability to convert that person into a deeper relationship. Okay. And this is where stage 2 comes in. So number 1, you build an audience. Number 2 is you build a relationship with that audience. And the reason why you want to build a relationship with that is because then there's trust. So for example, one of the reasons why I make these videos is I've got all these email subscribers. I've got people on my Instagram. I have some people following me on Twitter. I have some people following me on Facebook. And what I want to do is I want to build a deeper relationship with them. So I can send them emails. I can post on all the different socials, or I can simply make good long form YouTube videos like this, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes it goes longer because I want to also over deliver. And so that's me trying to build the relationship. So in the past, I used to do lots of live events. When I used to do live events all over the world, people would fly in, people would pay $500 to $5,000 to $25,000 to come and spend a few days with me and my team. And we would educate them, and we would offer them our products and services, and we would deliver and fulfill on workshops that they've purchased. So this is a classic example of me building a relationship with my audience, right? And we would do different levels of events. So the starter would be, say, Online Business Summit. Then we would have Traffic Millionaires Summit, Backpack Millionaire Summit. Then we would have bigger events, then private live workshops, then seminars, and then masterminds, and then retreats in Costa Rica and different countries like that. So that was one of the ways I basically built that business, where I would develop relationships with my prospects, with my clients at live events, right? So number 1, we build an audience where people are coming to me instead of me chasing them. Number 2, building a relationship with those people. And you have the ability to build relationships in different manners. So, and building relationship is the absolute key, because right now, the customers that you're trying to attract, most likely, they're not going to just come and find you right now and then do business with you right now. It takes time for people to know, like, and trust you. And there's different stats. Some people say it takes 7 times. So for me, I'm like, I want a prospect to get to know, like, and trust me, my business, my brand, my content before they do business with us. And so for you, in your case, you want to ask yourself, hey, when someone comes in, even if they don't buy from you, what can you do to build relationships? Can you increase how many times you post on social media? can you start sending them emails? Maybe instead of short emails, can you send long emails? How often are you sending those emails? So for me, there's a handful of things that I do in my business, which I want to share with you, that has been responsible for tens of millions of pounds, dollars in savings for myself. Okay. And so number one is daily emails. I like to send at least 5 to 6 emails every single week. Some of my emails are long, some of them are short, some of them sends people back to a YouTube video, some of them send them to my Facebook group. I've got 20,000 members in my Facebook group. Some of them I send them to download a free gift or whatever, right? So email marketing, it has been the absolute glue for building multiple businesses. In fact, if I wanted to make $100,000 right now, all I have to do is come up with a promotion, send it to my list, and boom, just like that, I can make 100 grand. I could do that even for $1 million and beyond. And I've done it multiple times. By the way, if you'd like for me to do one of those live campaign breakdowns, I used to do them many years ago. I haven't done one in a while. If you'd like to see one of those, just let me know in the comment section. If I get enough interest, then that's the kind of content I want to make for you. Okay. So I've built multiple businesses that have done 7 figures and beyond, literally just emailing my list. Boom, coming up with a new brand, a new agency, a new coaching program, a new course. If I wanted to create a line of events and seminars all over the world, all I have to do is send out a few emails. Boom. I'm about to launch one of my AI-based software in the selling space. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send emails to my list, and I'm going to literally launch it from my list. So emails is number one. Number two is doing live events. So live events in person, right? When you're signing off, you can do a live event with just 10 people. My first ever event that I did, it had like 10 or 12 people. People flew in from all over the world. It was $5,000 per person. This was like nearly 10 years ago. It's a long time ago, right? But I've been doing this stuff for a very long time, so I can tell you this is stuff that's worked and is still working till today. After live events, virtual live events. So stuff like webinars, 5-day challenge. I mean, every single month we do a 5-day challenge. And by the way, if you're watching this and you want to learn more in a closed environment, then click the description link below. It's going to say 5daychallenge.co. Go and register and come and join me for the next 5 days. And you'll see, how you could literally spend 5 days with me, 90 minutes a day, over 5 days, step-by-step training. I give you workbooks, worksheets, breakout rooms. It's a lot of fun. We've had like 4,000 people go through my challenges. So right now, go ahead, check it out. It's in the first description below. So if challenges, virtual summits, virtual webinars, virtual events are an absolute game changer when you're trying to convert cold strangers into high-paying clients. And by the way, people talk about what's the holy grail of internet marketing, what's the secret sauce of making money online. You have to be able to convert cold traffic. You have to be able to convert strangers into paying customers. People that have no idea who you are, they get to know, like, and trust you, and then boom, they want to do business with you. Your ability to do that through the power of persuasion, sales, communication, influence will determine how much money you make. Okay, I can assure you right now, the people that you look up to, these people have mastered the art of sales psychology, how to influence people, marketing, getting attention, converting their attention into sales. So the next one is coming up with small ticket products. So for example, I love high ticket products, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 products that I want to sell on the internet. However, when you're starting off, one of the things that you can do is maybe launch a book, maybe launch a $97 program, a course, maybe launch a $27 ebook, a guidebook, something that you've learned over the last 5 or 10 years in your life and you think someone else is going to benefit. So you can build a product that doesn't take that much time. You could build one in 1 or 2 weeks, a simple little ebook or a physical book. And what you can do, physical books take much time longer, but coming up with a 20-page report, it doesn't take that long. You can compress it down, get it designed in Fiverr in under 2 weeks, right? You sell that sucker for $10 or $50. If you make 5 sales a day at $50, that's $250 a day. That's nearly 10 grand a month. For most people, that'll change their life. So, but more importantly than just selling it for the sake of selling something, it will show you how people can buy your products, interact with you, and build a deep connection and relationship with you. Okay, so this is in my business. We have a couple of low ticket products. We have different books, Recession Millionaire, Backpack Millionaire. I'm working on a few other books. So those are a handful of examples of what you can do to deepen the relationship. So first you build a list. Second, you build a relationship with that list, okay? And again, one of the best ways to build a relationship with that list is publishing content and publishing content daily. The more that you publish, the more that you are going to be on top of mind awareness of your prospects. You know, it's not the best product that wins. It's not the best dressed person, the best sounding person. It's literally the person that gets the most attention, they win. I mean, you just look at the online celebrities and influencers of today's generation. Most of them don't have the best products, but they have all the attention. Okay, now that doesn't mean that you should come up with a shit product. You need to have a really good product that actually helps people, that creates customer referrals and positive reviews, that creates a marketing flywheel so that you can get more customers and you can reduce and eliminate your ad spend. But when you're starting off, just keep these things in mind. Your first focus, find a group of people that you want to serve, that have a problem that you can serve, build an audience around those people. Second, build a relationship with them by producing content, small ticket products, being on top of mind awareness. And number three, and again, this is another big mistake people make, okay? They'll do number one, they'll do number two. And the number three is you have to make offers. You have to get people to buy your stuff. Sometimes I've seen this more often than not. People will build an audience. I mean, I know people that have got literally millions and millions of followers on social media, but they don't make millions of dollars. In fact, they struggle to even make six figures. Crazy, right? I have a tiny little YouTube channel. Sure, I have a big, decent email list. I have time, not the biggest Instagram or the biggest Facebook, but I can routinely produce 7 figures, 8 figures, and beyond. And most people, I mean, I just heard a guy, I know him, so I'm not going to mention his name, but he's got something like 2 million followers, and he just did a launch, and the launch didn't even produce, I think, $50,000. I mean, that for me, that's just absolutely insane. And you've seen it, so many influencers, they're so famous, but they're so broke, okay? I'd rather be rich than famous. I don't know about you. What would you like? Would you rather be rich or famous? Or you want both? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm actually curious, okay? Based on your answers, I'm going to be producing more videos, so let me know down below. So, you have to make an offer. If you don't make an offer, someone else is making offers. If you are making offers, then you're not going to be able to translate your efforts into making money. And a lot of the times, people quit. People give up on their dreams because they haven't created the momentum. They haven't created the momentum. The momentum? Yeah. They haven't created the moment. They haven't created the momentum. Okay? And how you create momentum is you keep your bank account full. All right? That's it. You make lots of cash. If you make lots of cash, you're also going to love what you do. I have never met anyone that makes it in this industry that didn't love what they do. I mean, I absolutely love what I do. Doesn't matter if I made what I've made online or if I make $100 million, I'm probably going to do this for a very, very long time in my life. And guess what? My prospects and my customers, they see it. They want to do business with someone that loves what they do. It's like, I'll give you an example. I have a masseuse, as a Polish man, massaging me for at least 5+ years. He comes to my house, and recently he had gone to Saudi Arabia for like a year or so. So I didn't see him, and in that time I basically used one of the apps in London to, hire someone else. And this masseuse came, and as he was massaging me, he basically said to me how much he doesn't like doing his job. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, obviously he's giving me a massage and he's telling me that he doesn't like it. Do you think I'm ever going to go and hire him again? No. It's the same thing when you go into a barber shop, okay? Most barbers, they love what they do, but there are some barbers, they just don't like cutting hair. They just see it as a job and they have zero passion, and it's just like, I never want to go back there, right? And so for you, if you aren't confident and you're not happy to sell your products and services, then one, your customers are going to feel that. Number two, if you truly believe what you have is valuable, then it's your duty to offer that product and service. Heck, everyone I speak to, I mean, I'm in the gym, I'm wearing funnels.com t-shirt. I'm wearing a cat, funnels.com. I'm always advertising and branding myself. Now I could wear fancy designer names, Louis Vuitton and Tui Vuitton and whatever. They're not paying me. I want to brand my own companies. I want to brand my own business. I want to brand, what I stand for. And so I'm very proud of my products and services. We spent years perfecting these things and we're always working it. So it's better and better every single year, every single quarter. And so, of course, when I'm making a video, when I'm talking to prospects, when I'm creating marketing campaigns, sales campaigns, challenges, webinars, of course I want to plug, hey, if you want a done-for-you funnel, if you want a lead converting machine, go to my website, funnels.com, check it out. So the reason why I also do that is because I am proud of what I've created, right? And if you're not proud of what you've created, then I'd say go back and go fix that thing. And then you'll feel this urge. Like, I've spent so much time on this. I want to share it with as many people as I can. I know in just one of my digital products, we didn't have to, because you can create these things for free or at low cost. But over the last, say, 3 years, the amount of team members and resources that I've put in and time, I mean, I've easily spent over $200,000 perfecting this machine. And I'm excited and I'm happy to sell it to as many people as I can, to the right people. And so the big mistake a lot of people make is they'll build an audience, they'll be on social media, they'll give value, they'll share content, they'll post motivational messages and all of that good stuff. But then the third part is they don't sell anything. You have to offer people products and services. You have to have an offer that gets people to say, okay, I've been following you for a while. I know I can trust you. Now I want to buy from you. And you've seen some of the biggest creators do this, right? So you probably know of this guy, Logan Paul. What did he do? He created an audience. He started making videos on YouTube, right? And then what he did is he built a relationship with that audience through videos, through creating lots of different products, merchandise. He rallied up, a merchandise is cheap little whatever. So the merchandise is like his low ticket product, right? Like $20-$50 for a t-shirt. And then what did he do? He launched NFT projects. Some of these projects went for thousands and thousands of dollars. And think about it. He went from being a nobody to making videos, getting attention, building an audience, then building a deeper relationship with the audience by offering them lots of products and services like merch. And then he capitalized on the third stage, which is making lots of offers to them. What did he do? He launched an NFT project. Some of these projects, I mean, they went on for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, I don't recommend or endorse any of his NFTs because I lost thousands of dollars on it, so I won't even mention about them. That's another video for another topic. But then check out what he's done with his Prime product, right? He's now launched Prime, and that's gone global, and most likely he's going to become a billionaire just from that. So those are the 3 steps for building an online business in 2024. Step 1, build an audience of people that you want to serve, that you want to attract. Number 2, build a relationship with those people. Number 3, market and sell to those people over and over again, okay? And then, it just becomes a complete cycle. The more that you can market and sell, the more money you're going to make. Therefore, you can now invest in paid traffic. You can hire a team. You can delegate more work. You can remove yourself from the business. And then that, you can plug it in to increasing your audience size. And then it keeps growing and growing and growing. So like right now, I'm at that stage where I don't really have to sell anything. I like selling, so I'm going to sell stuff. And the more money I make, I'm going to plug it back into my business. And we're hiring more people, and my team takes care of the business. And, the business then takes care of the customers and the team members. It just goes round and round. And for 2024, one of my biggest core focus is doubling down, or 10xing down, if that's a term, 10xing down on my YouTube channel and on writing books. Like, these are the 2 core things that I want to do, because should I say I have plenty of money? I'm like rich enough, right? Mashallah. Okay. For 2024, that's my core focus. So if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.